Hi lovelies, welcome back to my channel. So today we'll be creating this gorgeous pastel acrylic ombre full set with some 3D acrylic flowers, perfect for spring and summer.
Tell me that I can't. I'm a boss bitch, I don't need a hand. If I wanna get it, baby, I'ma make a plan. Collecting all my coins, gotta get that bread. See me, there ain't no debating. I'm a baddie.
Getting right into today's video, we are going to start off with prep, and I'm starting off with my flawless 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 diamond cuticle bit, and I'm using this to go around the sidewalls and cuticle area. And I do have my e-file at 4000 RPMs to do this step. Now, because this bit does have a flat top and it's angled, it makes it so easy to hold my e-file parallel to my natural nail plate to prevent any heat spikes or digging into my natural nails, while also getting deep into the cuticle area and sidewalls to remove all of that dead cuticle. And as you guys can see, I have a lot. And honestly speaking, like, cuticle work is so satisfying to me. Like, tell me if you feel the same way in the comment section down below. Like, watching cuticle work is just absolutely satisfying. And I did go ahead and remove all of the heavy dust. Now I am taking my ball bit and I'm going to go around the skin of the cuticle area and sidewalls. I am not touching my nail plate with this bit at all. I am mainly just focusing on the skin area. And to do this step, I did increase the speed of my e-file, and I do have it set at 6000 RPMs because I have stubborn, like, dry cuticles to get up, because I tend not to use cuticle oil. Yeah. To my clients watching this, do as I say, not as I do. But that's why I increased the speed, and I didn't put any pressure on that bit. I just let the nail drill do the work for me. After using the ball bit, I did go ahead and trim my nails down with my straight edge nail clipper, and now I am taking my mandrel bit as well as a medium grit sanding band, and I'm going to use this to remove the shine off of my natural nail plate. Now this is the regular crystal mandrel bit, I think it's called, by 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃, as well as the medium grit black sanding band. And to do this, I did put my e-file back to 4000 RPMs, keeping that sanding band parallel to the nail plate at all times, no matter which direction I am filing. And I'm also not putting any pressure on my file to create any rings of fire or indentations in my natural nail plates. And that is what my nails look like. They are prepped and ready to go. Now with the Tones soft gel tips, this is the long square. I am going to be using these today, and as you guys can see, they are pinched, like they are that deep C curve, and my nails are flat. So if I were to apply a deep C curve on a flat nail bed, then I risk damaging my actual nail plate and causing it to separate from the nail bed. So in order to remove that deep C curve, I'm just opening up the nail. Now you do want to probably size down for this because you are going to open it up, which is going to make the tip a little bit wider. So I am also going to take my sanding band once again, and I'm going to edge the inside of these tips. Now as you guys can see, they are clear, but the reason why I'm edging the inside is because they are soft gel, which is smoother than the actual plastic tips that we're used to. So sometimes when you apply the nail glue to these, they tend not to hold very well to the natural nails. So etching the inside of the actual nail tip is going to make it a lot easier for the nail glue to adhere to the tip as well as to your natural nails. I am using the 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 Stick It nail glue. This has become one of my absolute favorite glues right now because it doesn't dry immediately after resting the tip onto the nail. It does give me time to play around with it, make sure that my nails are nice and straight. And again, once I apply pressure and hold that nail in place, she is stuck. She is not moving. Now, another thing that causes lifting, and I would say this besides cuticle work, is applying too much nail glue to your nail tip. If it is that you squeeze out too much glue on the tip, I suggest dabbing that nail tip on your paper towel to get off any excess glue, because too much nail glue is also going to cause the nails to lift. So now that my nails are on, I do wait for them to dry. I do give them a little bit of time to dry to make sure that they hold. And then I go in with my manjel bit once again with that medium grit sanding band. And I'm going to use this to blend the nail tips into my natural nails. Now I'm only focusing on where the extension meets my natural nail plate. I am not touching my nail plate at all. I am just focusing on blending that tip. And because I went ahead and etched the inside of the nail tip, I don't have that much blending to do because etching the inside of the tip did sort of thin out the tips already. Taking my nail tip cutters and I'm going to trim my nails down. I did make my thumbnail a little bit shorter than the other 4 nails on this hand because it just makes it easier to do stuff. So I'm going to do probably like a medium length on my thumb and then do long on the other 4 nails. Taking the 𝗃𝗏𝗏𝗏 nail prep solution, this is their dehydrator. I'm going to apply this to my natural nail plate only, and I'm going to allow this to completely dry. When my dehydrator was dried, I went ahead and used the 𝗃𝗏𝗏𝗏 acid-free ultra bond, and that is their primer. And I did carefully prep the natural nails only, avoiding the skin completely with primer. Even if it says it's acid-free, you don't want that to touch your skin at all. So now I am taking this gorgeous yellow, this Tweety Bird yellow acrylic powder from 𝗃𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, and I'm going to be creating the color at the tip of this nail. So I do like to do my ombres by working with the tip colors first, and I always allow the tip colors to completely dry. This is just me before going in with that nude color. And this is like a personal preference. Sometimes I tend to do it differently, but I find when you're working with multiple colors, it's best that you lay all the colors down and then you go in with the nude base, because when you're doing the nude base, you're just using one color straight across the board. This is also going to help you to save time. And for my application today, because I almost forgot to mention to you guys, I am using my 𝗃𝗏𝗏𝗏 acrylic liquid, the Tones number 10 premium Kolinsky acrylic brush, as well as the colored acrylics that I'm using are from Tones, a Covalon Spring 2023 collection, and I will have the colors listed and linked in my description box below in the order of which I'm using them. When it comes to creating the ombre on this nail, I am starting off with a medium-sized bead of acrylic where the natural nail and the extension meet. I am going to blend it up towards my cuticle area to eliminate any harsh lines, and then I'm using the body of my brush to pat that bead out evenly from sidewall to sidewall of the nail tip and start pulling it towards the free edge of the extension. If it doesn't reach to the edge of the tip, that's fine. I'm going to go in with a small bead of acrylic, place it right where the last bead stopped, blend the 2 beads into each other, and then I'm taking the body of my brush once again and pat that acrylic evenly from sidewall to sidewall of the nail tip, and then I'm going to start pulling the acrylic to make sure that I remove any extra acrylic off of the tip of the free edge, also maintaining the nail shape by swiping my brush that has acrylic monomer in it to taper in the sides of the acrylic. That way my nail tip doesn't end up too wide and I don't have that much filing and shaping to do in the end. So all I'm doing now is just making sure that all sides of my nail tip is nicely covered. There are no dips or indentations in my acrylic application, and I'm going to continue doing the acrylic ombre on the rest of the nails.
You say you wanna make it happen. You know what I want. Don't try to fight the heavens. Good girls aren't the one. I'm a flower in the bloom, like a shower you love. You can keep the keys to your dreams. Say the magic word, you know I'm all yours. This love is a food of the boundaries. You took the
was hoping we could take it slow. You the type of dime I'm really trying to get to know. If it's cool with you, maybe we can hit the show. I could take you places you ain't know you wanna go. Baby girl, slow it down before you catch a feeling. You don't notice where I've been, I have been a minute. I've been trying to take my time cause it's been a minute. Really all I'm looking for is Mrs. Independent. Yeah, I heard the good girls do it better. Love a little harder and it get a little wetter. Go and get good girl whenever we're together. Anytime she need it, I'ma bring a sweater for the weather. I'ma give you the world, now it's pushing it. I'ma give you my time, start booking it. Nowadays we turn away from all the 𝗺𝗫𝗀𝗁 shit. Everybody looking for love, but never look at it.
Now that all my tips are laid, I am going to be taking the Tones Acid Free Primer and I'm going to prime my natural nails. Because I didn't put down a clear base on my nail plate, I know that I was just going to do my tips only. So now that I'm ready to actually apply product to my natural nails, that is when I'm going to be applying my second coat of primer. Now I'm taking Sweet Sin from Tones. This is one of their Coverland nude acrylic powders, and their cover acrylics have become my favorite so far to use. I'm going to use this to create my ombre. So I started off with the first bead right where the color and my nail plate meet, and then I started working that product up into the yellow. Now because I don't want this to be such a high ombre, I'm really keeping that color closer to my natural nail plate and not so much on the extension. The only way that I'm pulling the color up to the extension is to create that smooth transition between the two. I really want more color at the tip of my nails and less nude. And if I feel that I need to add a little bead here and there to make sure that I have a nice smooth transition, I am going to do that. I am also using this nude to build up the apex area, but I'm thinning it out when I'm blending it up into that color because I do have to encapsulate to protect the ombre that I'm creating.
The way you take it slow, you make this light inside me glow. You're the only one who knows me. Saturate me when I'm gray until all my colors show. I get lost in those hazy eyes. I'm in love with these lazy nights. So maybe we can stay back, lay back here and enjoy the ride. I don't wanna feel the night. I just wanna chill under the northern lights with you, with you. I'll do whatever you want me to do. Sadie, you save me, keep me from floating away. Blue dream, baby, you leave me with nothing to say but I love the way you take control. You lift me up when I get low. I gave you the right of way. Now I'm seeing sideways. But even when Saturday ends, I know I'll see you again. I don't wanna feel the night. I just wanna chill under the northern lights with you, with you. I'll do whatever you want me to do. Sadie, you save me, keep me from floating away. Blue dream, baby, you leave me with nothing to say but I don't wanna feel the night. I just wanna chill under the northern lights with you, with you. I'll do whatever you want me to do. Sadie, you save me and keep me from floating away. Blue dream, baby, leave me with nothing to say but
Now that my ombre is complete and this is what the application looks like, I'm going to finish these nails off by encapsulating with my not polished clear acrylic. I am only mostly focusing on the tip of the nail when it comes to encapsulating. So I'm placing a medium-sized bead of clear acrylic right where the nude and the colored acrylic or the colored tip start that transition. So what I did is I started by blending the clear acrylic into the nude, not capping the nude at all, and then I'm going to pat my clear acrylic from side to side and lightly stroke the acrylic to cover the entire nail tip. Whenever you are encapsulating anything, you do want to make sure that you manipulate that clear acrylic as little as possible. The more you fiddle around with it, the more you tap into it, the more you play around with it in general, it is going to cause air bubbles. And the acrylic is obviously going to start to set because we are working with acrylic and not gel, and you're constantly playing with it. So when it starts to crystallize, sometimes you end up with little white patches inside of the encapsulation and it just does not look cute. You do not want that to happen. You want to keep it as clear as possible. So the littlest manipulation of that clear acrylic is going to help to prevent those things from happening. This is what my application looks like. I am going to allow them to set, and once they completely set, I'm going to start filing. So today I'm using this small barrel carbide bit by 𝗺𝗪𝗀. This is in a medium grit and it is not a safety bit. It does have that flat top. So I'm using this to go around the cuticle area and side walls to seal in my acrylic today. Because my application wasn't that bad today, I decided that I wanted to hand file. It's been years since I actually did any hand filing. I'm taking the Tones 100/180 grit hand file and I'm going to use this to go over the entire surface of my extension, starting at the cuticle area all the way to the free edge. Now I do start filing at an angle on one side across the top and then down the opposite side, and I'm going to repeat this step all the way till I actually file the entire surface of the nail from cuticle to free edge. Once the entire surface is nice and even, I then take my file and file towards the cuticle area. This is going to thin down the free edge of the acrylic and make it not so bulky but give you that nice thin crisp free edge. So now that I'm finished filing, I'm taking the Tones buffer, and this is a 180 grit buffer, and I'm going to buff my nail surface nice and smooth, remove any scratches from my hand file. And now that we have finished filing, shaping and buffing, I am taking a mixture of alcohol and acetone with a lint-free wipe, and I'm going to cleanse the nail. The acetone does continue to melt out the scratches and making that nail surface nice and smooth, while the alcohol is going to help to cleanse that nail. And once that is dried, I'm going in with the Tones primer once again, and I'm going to prime the entire surface of my acrylic. Now it's time for my favorite part. We're going to apply some crystals to the cuticle area on the thumb and the pinky nail, and I'm only doing half of the cuticle area. You guys know how I do it. This is something that I that's not new to my channel. I tend to love this cuticle placement when it comes to adding crystals around the cuticle area. So all I'm doing when it comes to these sizes is I'm starting off with a fairly alright size one in the center. and then I will go a size down from that one, and then a size down from the last one until I reach the smallest size. And I'm going to play around with it, shift them around until I'm happy with the way that they look. And once I'm happy with it, I'm going to flash cure the thumb and then move on to the pinky nail. And to adhere my stones today, I am using the 𝗀𝗪𝙀𝗀 Squeezy Gel. This really does work when it comes to holding and keeping those crystals on, guys. So I will definitely have all the products that I use in today's video listed and linked in my description box. As you guys already know, if you're familiar with my channel, like, I make sure and put you guys on. Everything is listed down there, and if I do have a discount code for the products that I'm using, it will be down there as well, so go ahead and check it out. I did go ahead and cure my stones in place, and now I am taking the Tones No Wipe Gel Top Coat, and I'm going to apply this to the entire nail surface of the pinky nail and my thumb, making sure that I don't touch my crystals. I do not like to put top coat on my crystals, and the crystals that I'm using are actually from Kiara Sky. This is the AB crystal. There is a name for it on their website. It doesn't just say AB, but check my description box. I listed down there for you guys. I don't have it on me right now while I'm doing my voiceover, but I can definitely list it down there for you guys. So on this nail, I did apply some of my squeezy gel, and I'm taking a crystal as well as this gold embellishment, and I am going to apply it sort of to the center of the nail but offset it on one side. I did not cure it, and I'm going immediately on the nail surface with my Tones No Wipe Gel Top Coat, and I'm going to make sure that I coat from the cuticle area all the way to the free edge of the entire nail. And I'm also applying some of that top coat on the gold embellishment to protect it from turning. Once I do that, I'm going to take my finger and remove any excess gel from the nail to help to maintain the shape of my nail. And I'm going to go ahead and give this a full 60-second cure. When it comes to doing 3D, and I did leave this nail in real time for you guys because it's not a quick thing, especially when working with acrylic. Yes, the acrylic is going to set, but it's also a patience game. So I did go ahead and empty out the monomer that I used for the set, and I put fresh monomer in. That is very important when it comes to 3D acrylic sculpting. And I am using my Tones 3D acrylic brush, as well as the same purple acrylic that we used earlier to create the ombre. Now I do dip my brush into my monomer, and then I tap 3 times into my powder. Yes, I literally counted every single time to make sure that I have the same size bead on every pickup. So once I pick that bead up, I go ahead and wait for the acrylic liquid to absorb into the powder to make sure that it's nice and smooth. Then I press the liquid out of my brush on my paper towel and place the bead of acrylic where I need it to be. And draining the liquid out of the brush is going to help that bead not to be runny, and it's also going to take some of the wait time away so that we don't have too much liquid in the brush to wait for that bead now to be able to mold. Now when I place the bead on the nail, I am wiping all of my acrylic liquid out of my brush while bringing that brush to a point. After doing that, I'm going to start testing the bead to see if it's ready to be able for me to mold it. So once it is, I press my brush into that bead and it bounces back, which means it's not ready for me to start pressing it out as yet or working with it. So I'm going to leave it for a little bit longer, and I'm going to test it again. Once I put the indentation in that bead and it holds, then and only then am I going to start working out that petal. To get that nice detailed flower petal, one, that bead must be matte enough when you press into it to hold the details from your brush, as well as the positioning of your brush is important. So the reason why I stressed on putting my brush back to a point is because you're going to take the point of the brush and press it against the tip or the center of that flower petal, and then you're going to move the body of the brush left and right while keeping the point of your brush to the center of your flower petal. This is going to create those nice detailed sort of ombre look. Even if you're just using one color like what I'm using here today, and not using two different tones of acrylic powders. It is still going to give you that nice ombre look, and it's still going to give you the detailed flower petal that you're trying to achieve. So here I'm going to pick up a bead, and I'm not going to drain the liquid out of it. And you are going to see how different the release of that bead is once you place it on the nail when you don't drain the liquid out before placing that bead. So I just went into my monomer, into my powder, wait for that bead to get nice and smooth on my brush, and then I placed it on. It did give me a little bit of pullback when it comes to placing that bead, and now I'm just waiting for the acrylic to get matte so that I can start to press into it. So I did press one time and it bounced back, so I did have to leave it again, wait for it to mattify a little bit more, and then I started pressing my flower petal out. So I'm just going to repeat the same steps when it comes to creating the rest of flowers. And while I allow you guys to watch me do the rest of these 3D acrylic flowers, I'm just going to chat with you guys a little bit about some of the problems that you can encounter if you are having problems with your 3D acrylic flowers or 3D acrylic molding in general, because the same steps are going to help you no matter what you are sculpting out of acrylic. And hopefully by the time that I'm finished with this little chit chat, it's going to help you guys to improve if you are having problems. One thing I notice a lot of people do when it comes to creating 3D flowers, they tend to go in too soon to press into that bead, as well as not draining the liquid out of your brush. It is going to not give you the details that you're looking for when it comes to creating 3D flowers. Remember, the more liquid you have in your brush and you're pressing out that petal, you are putting liquid back into that bead. So it's not going to give you the end result that you're looking for. So hence the reason why I said to drain all the liquid out of your brush while bringing that brush to a point, because those two things are also very important when it comes to creating that nice detailed 3D acrylic flower. Oh my gosh, guys, how stinking cute is this? Oh my gosh, I'm in love with it. I'm in love with it. Now, this set is another one of those freestyle trusty process type of sets. And to be honest, when I did this set, I did not like it. I did not like it. And if I tell you guys, this set, doing the voiceover today is Sunday, April 14th at 6:35 p.m. This video has been sitting in my camera roll since last year because of the fact that I wasn't sure how I felt about the accent nails. Like these 3 nails that I'm creating at this part of the video, I wasn't sure how I liked the set, and I wasn't really feeling the end clips as well as the pictures that I had, and it just was not working at the time when I did it. And while I was cleaning out my phone the other day, I found the edited video, guys, and I was like, why didn't I post this? Like, what the hell? Why? And then I showed the video to hubby, like the end result, and he's like, why didn't you post this? Like, this is hot. And in, like, as I mentioned to you guys in my last video, like, I am a simple type of person, and I thought that it was like a lot. So he was like, hell no, you have to post this. So you'll need to thank hubby again for yet another out of the box video. And I love when he pushes me to do stuff that is not really in my comfort zone, and that's just absolutely amazing to have such a partner that sees the best in you before you actually see your own greatness. So I want to thank him. And but yeah, go ahead and say thanks hubby in the comment section down below, because we are posting it now. Maybe that wasn't the right time to post it, I don't know, but looking at it now on screen while I'm doing this voiceover, I am in love with these nails. Like, oh my gosh, they are absolutely adorable. So go ahead and drop me your comments in the comment section below. I know the video isn't finished as yet, and tell me what you think about these nails. Tell me what you think about them, man. On my middle finger, I know that I wanted to do something with some butterflies. So I am taking these butterflies that I purchased from a local seller, but they are flat. So I'm just using my cuticle pusher to sort of round them to fit and lay nice and flat on the acrylic. And as you guys can see, it has a nice curve in it. So I am just going to use the same squeezy gel and adhere that to the center of my nail. I'm going in again with the Tones No Wipe Gel Top Coat, and I'm going to apply this to the entire nail. Of course, the butterfly is going to be moving, but it is going to be sliding until I actually position it where I want it to be, and then remove any excess gel polish from the sidewalls of my nail tip to maintain my nail shape. That is key. Every single step, or every single time I apply any type of top coat, I remove any excess to maintain my nail shape. And then I'm going to go ahead and just give it a quick 30 seconds cure before applying the rest of the rhinestones. So just as the center of the flowers, I am using the gold circles as well as the rhinestones to fit inside of them on this nail. And for some reason my butterfly did look a little bit crooked, but it all worked out in the end. And then I'm just going to add some flowers to the cuticle area and to the nail tip.
Hoping we could take it slow. You the type of dime I'm really trying to get to know. If it's cool with you, maybe we could hit the show. I could take you places you ain't know you wanna go. Baby girl, slow it down before you catch a feeling. You don't know this where I've been, I have been a minute. I've been trying to take my time cause it's been a minute. Really. And that is it for this set. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, drop me a comment and tell me what you think about them. If you like them, if you don't like them, if you rock them, yes or no. And I do hope that it was helpful and informative, especially the part about the 3D flowers for you guys, and you're able to learn something or something new from this video. If you have not
yet subscribed to my channel and you enjoy my videos, definitely go ahead and click on that subscribe button down below. Turn your notifications on so you don't miss out whenever I post a new video, and give this video a big thumbs up. So that is it for me. I hope you're having an amazing day or night, whatever time it is you're watching from right now. And as always, I would love for you guys to stay glamorous, be safe, and I'll see you in the next one.
I'm a baddie.